The new social media trend. It's dubbing 2026 the new 2016.
Why are people calling 2026 the new 2016?
Now those trends for 2016, they are all making a comeback.
You know, I've been seeing this stupid trend nowadays of the 2026 is the new 2016 trend, and it has me wondering, why are people so nostalgic for 2016? Was 2016 really as good as people remember? Well, in today's video, we're going to talk about a handful of the trends from 2016 and then discuss whether or not this trend will work. And yeah, let's begin. Of course, the first trend to talk about is one of the most popular, most impactful, most mainstream trends of the year 2016. I know it, you love it. I'm talking about Pokemon Go.
I don't know who created Pokemon Go, but I'm trying to figure out how we get them to have Pokemon go to the polls.
Pokemon Go, created by Niantic, took the world by storm the summer of 2016, becoming a massive cultural and commercial success with over 45 million players worldwide and earning over $200 million in its first month of release. What made Pokemon Go popular in the first place was not only its branding, it is Pokemon, but its use of tech as well as its concept. Pokemon Go featured a system called AR, known as augmented reality. It's pretty much if virtual reality and real life had a baby, or something like that. Pretty much, the game bled into real life, allowing people to see and catch Pokemon, not only in real time, but around them in the real world, as if they were actually there. This venture to the real world helped pave the road to Pokemon Go's success because it allowed people to go out and explore the world around them, collecting different Pokemon in their areas. Niantic partnered with real-life locations such as Starbucks, parks, and landmarks, and created Pokestops, a place to stock up items, and Pokemon gyms. People had the incentive to go outside, take a walk, interact with nature, and even meet new friends. You were encouraged to interact with people in a legendary Pokemon raid, and you couldn't win alone. People like a sense of collection, and having them go out into the world, find Pokemon, and get some steps while doing so was a no-brainer. And so a legend was born, and after that, people never had a reason to ever have to stay inside. Right? But was the whole thing as good as people remember it to be? Because of its addictive and novel nature, people lost their sense of awareness around them. They would go explore abandoned or private locations looking for Pokemon, and they would not pay attention to where they were going and would get injured. And there were even some cases where people were driving and playing Pokemon Go at the same time, which led to more casualties. Some Pokestops and gyms were placed in unsafe locations, leading to more dangers or uncomfortable confrontations. Even though Pokemon Go did have its flaws, there's no denying the impact it left on the internet in 2016, especially nowadays that it's still one of the most top-rated mobile games of all time. But let's move on to the next topic, one that also left an undying mark on the internet. People were addicted to their phone screens from Pokemon Go, but what made them more addicted to their phones was the platform known as Vine. Vine was a short-form video platform that encouraged people to post 6-second clips. Most were just funny and random bits. However, this form of content would skyrocket, completely changing how virality worked before then. At its peak, Vine had over 1 million users, which would alter the scope of how content creation and influencers came about on the internet. It proved to many that you didn't need all these devices and quality-enhancing software to create good content that would make you viral. All you needed was you, your creativity, and your phone, and you have a genuine shot at being successful on the internet. Not only was Vine significant in the average internet user's life, but it also helped jumpstart the success of many modern-day influencers, people in the music industry, and mainstream media. What made Vine unique among the other platforms at the time was the idea of short-form content. What annoys me about people saying that TikTok was the start of the short-form content surge, it really wasn't the start of it. Other platforms did it before them. Instagram, I guess Musical.ly, but mainly Vine. Plus, if we're getting mad that kids are being addicted to 15-second clips which lower their attention spans, imagine 6-second clips. Some popular Vines from 2016 would be Damn Daniel, Welcome to Chili's, and my favorite, Road Work Ahead? Yeah, I sure hope it does. Vine was great. It allowed people to explore their creative side, but was it as good as we remember? Even though Vine has millions of users with tons of creators, they struggle to earn a decent amount of money on their posts with little to no earnings. Additionally, they suffered from competition from platforms such as Instagram and later on Musical.ly, which pulled users away from the platform, leading to its shutdown in 2016. So not only was Vine at its peak in 2016, but it was also at its lowest. Even though Vine shut down in 2016, its legacy still lives on in the internet forever. Wait, no way. Vine is making a comeback through a platform known as Divine. It isn't exactly like the original platform, but I guess it's the thought that counts. In fact, the website for Divine is up now, so you can see some of the content there yourself. Speaking of the internet, back in 2016, the internet worked in a lot more simple way compared to nowadays. Posts appeared in something called chronological order, which meant the newest content was always at the top. You saw exactly what your friends and the accounts you followed were posting in real time, There weren't any algorithms deciding what you would or wouldn't see, no recommended posts, no suggested videos, and no random trends pushing themselves into your feed.
Scrolling felt predictable, and it was easy to keep up with things that your friends were posting.
Because the feed was chronological, people interacted with content differently than they do today. Comments and likes felt more immediate, and conversations were easy to follow. If a friend shared something funny, you saw it almost instantly and could respond before anyone else even posted.
There was less worry about missing important posts or trending topics because everything appeared in your feed in chronological order, and you could just scroll through at your own pace.
Chronological feeds also shape the way trends spread online. Instead of algorithms pushing viral content, trends moved naturally when people shared what they liked and their followers saw it directly. Memes, challenges, or viral videos spread depending on what your circle of friends or the community shared, not what a platform decides to show you.
Today, when people talk about the 2016 internet, chronological feeds is the first thing that's mentioned.
They show a time when social media felt more simple and personal. Even though platforms have shifted to algorithm-based feeds, that sense of a straightforward, real-time connection still resonates with many viewers. It's part of why 2016 has become a major part in internet nostalgia because people remember how easy it was to scroll, interact, and be present in the moment without an algorithm shaping what they saw.
If you have made it this far into the video, congratulations! Welcome to a special part of the video known as the lightning round, where we discuss all the 2016 trends, topics, music, and anything really in rapid fire succession because I'm too lazy to talk about all of them, and if I did, then this video will be hours long. Ready? 3, 2, 1, go!
Pokemon Go Summer Takeover, Vine's at its peak right before the shutdown, Harambe dominating internet discourse, the Mannequin Challenge, the Bottle Flip Challenge, Arthur Fist meme is everywhere, Crying Jordan meme, Dat Boy.
What are those?
Dabbing is everywhere, and not cringe yet. Emoji edits are flooding YouTube. Instagram stories launches. Snapchat doll filter is at its peak. Twitter is still chaotic and funny. Musically is rising in popularity. Drake's One Dance is dominating the charts. The Chainsmokers Closer is playing everywhere.
Rihanna's work is working out for her.
Kanye West drops The Life of Pablo. SoundCloud rap is blowing up. EDM fully crosses over to pop radio. Daily vlog channels are at their peak. Prank channels are everywhere. Commentary channels are starting to rise. Let's Plays are still dominating gaming YouTube.
People actually love the YouTube Rewind.
Long dubstep intros are everywhere. Pokemon Go, Overwatch, and Clash Royale launch. Slither.io trend. Fidget spinners are starting to spread in schools. Mobile games are becoming unavoidable. Stream hype era exploding. Yeezys becoming mainstream. Ripped jeans are everywhere.
Streetwear fully entering the mainstream.
Tumblr aesthetics are starting to decline. Minimalist pastel internet aesthetics are on the rise. The 2016 Olympics in Rio. The US presidential election is dominating media. Memes are spreading faster than jam on toast. Everyone calling 2016 the worst year ever. Wait, what? Wasn't 2016 looked back at the best year ever? Here's my opinion on this.
When you look back, we often skip the bad parts and focus on the good, especially when the present feels rough. People long for how things were before because life feels different now.
Your grandparents did it, your parents do it, we do it, and I guarantee you the future generation will do it. The all too classic, back in my day.
Even in 2016, people were doing the same thing. They looked back 10 years and thought things were better. At the same time, they called their own year terrible. In 10 years, I guarantee you people will say the same thing about 2026, believe it or not. But clinging to the past keeps you stuck in place. It prevents you from enjoying the present and can even dull your memories of what was fun before.
No one can recreate 2016 because back then trends were new and unexpected.
Trying to force that feeling now just doesn't work, which is why nostalgia-driven trends fail. They push the past instead of letting the present happen. 2016 should be seen as a treasure and a monument to a different time on the internet. Instead, use this trend to appreciate 2016 for what it was, see how far you've come, and let that excitement push you forward. You can't go back, no one can, but you can bring old passions into new things.
I think that's enough philosophy. Today's comment question of the day is, what 2026 trend are you guys most nostalgic for? Top comment gets featured in my next video. Overall, that's it. Thank you for watching. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more, and to get my video out there to more people. I could really use the algorithm boost. But anyways, again, thanks for watching. Peace.